the left-hand side of the business model canvas, where we work on parts of the business that create cost. I want you to think about what are the resources that will determine whether you're successful. A lot of people have ideas for businesses. Some will be successful, others won't. So what are the resources that you really need? And I give you different classes. Think of these as like buckets of types of resources. They could be physical, intellectual, human, or financial. What are the key resources that you have to be successful with this? And what I want you to write are something specific, okay? So one business idea that a group of students worked on was this app that helped students audition for musicals, and they had to have a lot of songs on the app. And so it was important for the founder of that business to actually have trust of the copyright holders to make that business work. If you're doing something that requires design, you have to have design experience, right? Someone with that experience could really make it work. Someone without that is not going to be able to make it work. I've had some students that were selling something, and a key resource that they had 80,000 personal Instagram followers. That really makes it a lot easier to have success. Another guy was doing a project where he was 3D printing stuff. So if he had a 3D printer and experience using it, that was a key resource. If he didn't have that, there's no way that business would have worked. If you have coding ability, that would be great. I mentioned before the guy that had a relationship with the VIP concierge at local hotels. That helped him do his business. So what are the key resources that you have? Ideally, there's something that you have that nobody else has, and that will help you to be successful. The next is, what are the key activities? And what you're looking at here in writing on the BMC is, what are the most important things that need to be done to make the business model work? Write down what you're going to do. Many of you are going to have to be advertising. If you're making stuff, you're going to actually have to produce. Production, manufacturing. If you're offering some type of service, maybe you're doing some problem solving. You're probably not doing a platform or a network. But again, what I want you to write are the specific activities that you're going to do. For that one app where they put the music into the app, they actually have to encode the music. I had a student making bath bombs. He had to make bath bombs. If you're advertising through Instagram, and that's important, you're going to put creating Instagram ads. I had a student that was making succulent arrangements. So designing, that's very important. Selling, attending trade shows if you're trying to sell through there. What are the things that you actually have to do to make this business work? The next component of the business model canvas is the key partnerships. So these are suppliers and partners, not necessarily customers. These are people that want you to succeed because your success is a success for them. So it could be strategic alliances, buyer-supplier relationships. What you want to write are what partnerships are key. So that you could talk to them and they could want to help you. So I've had many people trying to do stuff here at UNLV. So that could be a key partner. We've had some groups trying to sell to endurance athletes. So the triathlon club, for example, might help them, because their success is helping the triathlon club members. If you're selling to a specific group and it helps that group look better if you succeed, that's good. Or if you just need some other partner to succeed, you want to write that down. Okay, so what you want to think about with partners is they have shared economics, meaning that your success equals their success. They have a common customer, or they're doing something with you. So you make it faster for them, or easier, more efficient. But you have to remember that it's harder to have really big partners that are going to be helpful for you. But you want to have something that gives you an unfair advantage, and partners can help you do that. You can try to draw out your partner diagram. I won't require you to do that for this project though. And then the final thing is the cost structure. So you want to identify what are the most important costs. And what's great about a BMC is that it gives you like back of the envelope level of detail. You want to understand, where do the costs come from? So are they cost driven? Are you trying to reduce costs some way? Or are they value driven, like you're trying to make things more interesting, more worthwhile for people? But you want to try to identify your fixed costs, your variable costs, and any economies of scale or scope that might apply. So write those down. How much is it going to cost to get started? Where are you going to spend the money? how much is it going to cost per order, those kind of things, so that we can understand how exactly does this business work. And that can help you to know, is this actually going to be worth your time? Because that's the main goal of this project, is trying to figure out how to make this entrepreneurial activity worth your time. You might want to think about some key metric examples. I won't require it for your project, but you want to think about what are the things that you need to keep track of to know how this is all working and if you're making money. I want to hit you over the head over and over again with this project. The goal is to try to figure out how to make the most amount of money per hour of your time.